Okay, it's Kara from Goddess to Goodness. I'm still losing my voice. So I just got a, like a channel message or whatever that came in from my guides, and a lot of what's coming up right now is this I don't know, return to like feminine energy or like goddess energy, and I'm being prompted to share a story because it must have to do with the message. So growing up, I was always, there's a saying, it says, turn your mess into your message, or turn the things that have happened to you into like helping somebody else. So I never would have thought of it this way, but it just, like my guide brought it to me. So growing up as a little girl, I was like immediately like excluded by other girls in this excuse me, like this like weird attempt that would either be with like gossip or like you're ugly or like, you know, just exclusion on any level, with boys and with whatever, my outfits and whatnot. So going along with this, I then noticed that I would like be excluded by like boys too, but like later find out like years and years and years after high school, the boys who made fun of me the most were the ones who like had crushes on me and stuff. And let's go away from that boys will be boys thing. There's a point here. The point of this is that I think as women we've been trained to not like gather together and not surround each other and not support each other in groups. Okay, it's like an ancestral wound. Okay, that we were, and you could see this with like the witch trials and like whatever. But if you go back even before that, there was always this archetypal energy of God and goddess, two equal parts, the yin and the yang, the light and the dark, or light and the shadow, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, the sun and the moon. The women worked with the moon energy and the men worked with the sun energy, the action energy. The women were the creators who brought life in. Okay, and so there was this role of gods and goddesses, and the goddess brought life into the world and the god or masculine energy supported this action, supported this creation of life and protected it. Okay, and so as books were written and civilization flourished, I guess, along with civilization flourishing, so did religion. And religion is more about like rules and regulations, so it's more of like law as opposed to spirituality, which is felt by the individual on an individual level with their individual connection to source or the resource or earth, okay, or the stars or whatever. So I think somewhere along the lines, well, I know somewhere along the lines, it's like women were demonized and written out of history, and the gathering of women was like frowned upon, or how can I say it? Like fear was injected into this because women were the healers. Women were the ones who brought in life, like as midwives, and cured the sick and healed the sick and tended and nurtured. Okay. And somewhere in this patriarchal paradigm, and as it got more like further and further away from the initial idea of the law of nature, which is the balance, the light and the dark. It's the dynamic of the duality, both equal parts, both functioning in one symbiotic flow. And we've come so far away from this, and we've come to this paradigm where it's only one energy that tries to do everything. And it's the masculine energy, which is like a distorted version of that, which is to domineer or to dominate, to rule, to like take over everything. And we are actually coming back to a paradigm where the feminine energy is being able to step up and create. And so the reason I'm saying this is because I feel that there is a need for, especially us as women, to end the separation within us and like try to heal this ancestral wound of being afraid to come together. We've been programmed that groups of women get punished or groups of women who support each other and carry the compassion and, you know, the ancient knowledge of that high priestess and that goddess. We've been taught that those women get imprisoned or punished or extracized or whatever. And I think we in ourselves have to heal that ancient wound, and in order to come together and start building like a new, stepping into the new energy here on earth, which isn't new energy. It's actually the truest and most purest form of existence that there is. But we're so used to the other part of that, the other side of that, is that we've really fallen away far from that. And so support your local sisters, support your worldwide sisters. Let's lead with love and let's support our feminine tribe here and let's bring love back in is the the goal. And it's, you can love from a distance, but the loving starts from within. And it also, once it starts within, we have to then share that and not be greedy with it, because when you start to love yourself and then share it, it actually increases the amount of love you have in your life. And then same for every other person that you share it with that loves themselves from within and then loves outward. And that energy of unconditional love actually just increases exponentially, and it becomes abundant beyond comprehension. And so I was just guided to share this. And so that's all. Stay bright. Love you guys.